We will compare the $100 Wyze Cam Floodlight with the $280 Nest Cam with Floodlight. Which one is better? Well, let's find out. Hello guys, LifeHackster here. Today we are going to compare two floodlight camera systems, the Wyze Cam Floodlight versus the Nest Cam with Floodlight. I chose these two to compare because their floodlight component is actually an accessory to the camera and not as a standalone unit like other brands. The main giveaway here is that you will see on the outside the cable connecting the cameras to the floodlights. Wyze and Nest are not selling just the floodlight themselves yet, but I'm guessing they will in the near future. I also have individual reviews of these floodlight cams and I will link them down below in the description if you haven't seen them yet. Now I know you all want me to compare the video quality on both cameras, which I'll definitely show later on. But I also have to show how these cameras perform with our usual testing. Both systems have some shortcomings. In the end, you will have an idea which system you're going to go with. Is it going to be the affordable Wyze Cam Floodlight or the more expensive Nest Cam with Floodlight? Or probably you will end up with another brand. First, let's check out the pricing. The Wyze Cam Floodlight is one of the cheapest floodlight cam to date, for less than $100, while the Nest Floodlight is almost 3 times as much. How about the floodlight themselves? The Wyze Cam Floodlight has an adjustable LED lights with a 2600 lumen output and has a color temperature of 5000 Kelvin. Also, its PIR motion sensor for the floodlight has a 270-degree detection, which means even if you're on the back and side of the camera, it will activate the lights. This is also adjustable though, both the sensitivity and motion zones. The Nest Cam Floodlight also has an adjustable LED lights with a max output of 2400 lumens and a color temperature of 4000 Kelvin. Its motion sensor though only has a 180-degree detection, and you're only able to adjust the sensitivity and no zoning. Both of these cameras record in 1080p with a notable starlight sensor on the Wyze Cam, which it actually doesn't need a lot of light to see at night, and putting a floodlight on it is actually going to be counterproductive in its performance, which we'll see later on. But let's check out the daytime video quality first.
So this is the video and audio quality of both cameras. I have the Nest Cam on my left side, and I have the Wyze Cam on my right side. So video quality test is this is a test. Picture when 5 30 35 40.
So this is the video and audio quality of both cameras. I have the Nest Cam on my left side and I have the Wyze Cam on my right side. So video clarity test, we have, this is at 10 feet, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. Running that test. By the way, if you find this video helpful, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you haven't done it yet. And click the bell notification so as to get notified when I upload videos like this one. Thank you.
So this is the video quality of the Wyze Cam, and this is when the brightness at 2600 lumens bright, and this is what it looks like at 10. Picture when 25 30. Here's the local percent. Here's the time washed out. I'm pretty sure I'm washed out.
So this is the video quality of the Nest Cam with floodlight, and this with the full brightness at 2400 lumens. And this is what it looks like at 10 feet, 15, 20, 25, 30. And I'll get closer to the camera, about 5 feet, and see if I'm washed out.
So this is to give you quality of the Wyze Cam Floodlight. It's 10 bright. So this is what it's like. And then quicker, 20, 25, 30. So not 5 it's still 1,000. Okay. And the lights are spread out to the side.
So this is the video quality of the Nest Cam with floodlight, and this with at 50% brightness. So this is what it looks like at 10 feet, 15, 20, 25, 30. And I'll get closer, around 20 feet. Let's see if I'm overexposed, which I think the sensor on the Nest is pretty good, and I don't think I am overexposed. So as you can see, the floodlight on the Wyze Cam, especially in the max brightness, is making the person or objects close to the camera washed out, and the sensor is not able to adjust the exposure. A tip though on the Wyze is not to aim the camera to where the light shines, and try to separate them as much as you can, like adjust them to the sides. While on the Nest, its video quality is pretty good on both max and 50% brightness. The sensor adjusts appropriately. You will also notice the audio on the recording on the Wyze is not that great and has delay and sync issues. I'll talk more about this in a bit because this only happens when you download the footage to your phone. Alright, so now we are going to compare the detection distance of the Wyze Cam Floodlight and also the Nest Cam with Floodlight. I've set the sensitivity to the highest, both the PIR sensors on both of them. It is windy. And also, whenever the camera detects motion, it will also activate the floodlight. So let's check it out. 40 feet. Wow, see, both of them detected me at 40 feet. We are going to compare the motion alert notification speed of the Wyze Cam Floodlight compared to the Nest Cam Floodlight. Both of them have the subscription, which is the Nest Aware with the Nest and Cam Plus subscription with the Wyze Cam. And it is 147, and I'm on my LTE connection, and let's check it out. There you go. I got the Nest Cam first. If you click and hold, you will see a GIF or snapshot preview, and click on it, and we'll go to live view while we're waiting for the Wyze. The Wyze just right now, so it's delayed with the Wyze Cam. But when you click and hold, you will also get a snapshot, and when you click on it, it should get to live view. Alright, so it is 1:49, so it's been about a minute, and we will see what the cool off between these two cameras. I can tell you right now that the Nest will not give me any more notification. It has a 10-minute or more than 10-minute cool off. And the Wyze Cam, because it's delayed, it will give me a notification here in a bit, just like that. But it's just delayed when you have the Cam Plus subscription. You can see the GIF preview, the GIF or the snapshot preview. It shows that I'm just getting into the camera's field of view. But nothing for the Nest. As you can see, the Wyze Cam with their Cam Plus subscription has a notification delay, but it barely has any cool off and will notify you again and again as long as the motion persists. You do have an option to mute the alerts if needed. As to the Nest Cam Floodlight, it is quick in the initial notification, but has at least a 10-minute cool-off in between motion events. And if the motion persists, it will not notify you anymore, which is one big weakness of the Nest system. I'm not sure what the rationale of Nest here, but it should be an easy fix to give a user an option on how often to be notified, and just have a mute button for how many minutes and hours. Also note that this cool-off is for notifications only and not the camera's recording. Both of these cameras record any and every motion event reliably. So even if you didn't get a notification, the camera still recorded the event.
This is the audio quality coming out from the Wyze Cam Floodlight. This is the audio quality coming out from the Wyze Cam Floodlight. This is the audio quality coming out from the Nest Cam Floodlight. And the Nest Cam Floodlight doesn't have a siren.
Let's talk about subscription. Both cameras can be used without any monthly subscription. Except for the Wyze Cam, you will not get any of the AI features, no person, vehicle, or animal detection. And the cloud recording will only be 12 seconds long and with a 5-minute cooldown in both notifications and camera recordings to the cloud. Please note though that if you install a microSD card, the camera is still going to record all motion events and even can record 24/7 to the card. With their Cam Plus subscription for $2 a month per camera, you will get all your motion events recorded to the cloud, plus their AI person, package, vehicle, and pet detection. And you also still get all the event recordings to the microSD card if you installed one. The Nest, on the other hand, has a free 3 hours of event video history, so it captures and stores motion events within the past 3 hours. Their AI person, animal, and vehicle detection feature is included without subscription. Familiar faces or facial recognition is only available when you subscribe to their Nest Aware plan. And you also get all your event recordings to the cloud for $6 a month for unlimited Nest cameras for 30 days. Or for $12 a month, you can have your Nest Cam record 24/7 for 10 days. So what do you think? Which one will you pick? Both cameras have their own shortcomings. With the Wyze, depending on where you're going to install this, you have to balance the light output so as not to overexpose the footage, especially for people or objects that are close to the camera. Recorded audio is not that great. But now Wyze, if you're watching this, check this out. So if you play the recorded footage from the app, and this is the footage from the cloud.
So this is the video and audio quality of both cameras. I have the Nest Cam on my left side and I have the Wyze Cam on my right side.
Audio is great, but whenever you download it to your phone, then it becomes muffled. And this is what the viewers hear. So it has something to do with the audio compression when it is downloaded from the cloud.
So this is the video and audio quality of both cameras. I have the Nest Cam on my left side and I have the Wyze Cam on my right side.
If I get the footage from the microSD card, the audio is not going to be synced.
So this is the video and audio quality of both cameras. I have the Nest Cam on my left side and I have the Wyze Cam on my right side. So video clarity test, this is at 10 feet.
Anyways, hopefully it will be fixed. And the last one is the delay in alert notification with the Cam Plus subscription. For the price though, this is a pretty affordable floodlight cam with a lot of features. As to the Nest, very good video and audio quality for a 1080p camera in both daytime and at night with the floodlights on. Except it has disjointed features in the Google Home app. First, no floodlight control in the camera's live view. And the light control is separate and you have to get to multiple steps and screens just to get to it. And there's no siren. It is going to be 2022 and Nest still hasn't added any new features on their cameras, especially for the price. At least add a manually controlled siren. And lastly, which is a deal breaker for me, is the lack of notification controls. Plus, there's a long 10-minute cool off. Nest, since I started reviewing their cameras, have these issues. They did improve the initial notification speed, but the cool off is just a deal breaker. Overall for me, just for the price alone compared to the features that you get, it'll be with the Wyze. I can get at least 2 floodlight cams plus 2.5 years of subscription for each for the price of one Nest Cam with floodlight. Well, that's it for this video. Any questions? Comment down below. Thanks for watching and see you in the next one.